Kyler Murray has no injury designation. And so I feel like this is like a few good men. You know, if Santiago was ordered not to be touched, then
why was he be transferred off the base?
I saw that movie after my segment with you guys, too. I forgot shame by everyone on
transferred
Instagram.
off the base. So if he has no injury designation, are we going to see him Sunday or what?
We'll see what they actually list him as. My guess is they list him as questionable. The final injury report will come out today.
Okay.
I mean, he's very close, is what I've been told. He's very close. They're saying he has no physical restrictions. Jonathan Gannon was talking about how good he's looked in practice.
Yeah.
The question is just, is he going to be functioning at a high enough level? It's a lot of rust that you're going out there with. It's a new system.
The Ravens are in town.
You would like to continue to build more reps. You would also be thinking, too, how are they dividing reps in practice between him and Josh Dobbs? Is he getting the full first-team reps he normally would? You would anticipate not, unless they've managed to keep this abundantly quiet, and he's actually starting this week. So there's a lot of different moving parts. I would say this. There was a sense in the league, going back to the offseason, that we were not going to see Kyler Murray all year. That whether it was either the Cardinals' decision or whether it was Kyler Murray's decision of just, hey, this team sucks, I don't want to be out there.
Right.
Yet here we are, it's not in the end of October, and we are on the precipice of seeing Kyler Murray on the field. My understanding is the Cardinals want to get a true evaluation here. It's about Kyler for them. Obviously, it's about Kyler for the rest of the league. One way or another, you're hoping that he plays really well, and either he's your franchise quarterback or you can get something really good in a league where there's not enough quarterbacks, and you're probably going to have a really high draft pick here. Everything I've heard, for all the stuff that's been said about Kyler, and there's plenty of fair criticism of Kyler in terms of questioning just kind of the overall approach and everything, it goes back to when he was at Oklahoma and just his personality and the way that some teams took that in terms of, can we see this guy being a franchise quarterback?
Yeah.
But everything I have heard from Arizona, going all the way back to the offseason, back to training camp, has been A+ on Kyler. In terms of, even though he knew he wasn't playing, he's in every meeting, he's engaged, he's learning. So maybe it's him and Jonathan Gannon. They got a little bit of, I think, some similarities in their personalities. You know, maybe that's a combination that's good for Kyler. Let's see. I'm fascinated to see. Drew Petzing, you know, with a lot of challenges, including the quarterback who got there like a week before the season, has been pretty, done a pretty good job with that offense. And Gannon, for a team that knows they're overmatched, has done a really good job of getting those guys at least to go out there and play hard every week.
Well, listen, if you had told anybody back in late August that the Cardinals would be 1-6 going into Week 8, it would be because Jonathan Gannon is totally lost based on, you know, the way the videos came out of Arizona, the way he was talking to Rondale Moore, and then are you taking the bus, or you taking the yourself, you drive, all of that stuff would be just like, what is Jonathan Gannon doing? He's lost. The team doesn't respect him. They're not picking up what he's selling, and they are 1-6, but it's the exact opposite. They've been in every game. They've been dynamic. Josh Dobbs being brought in, that's a clear sign that they're tanking. Now they're 1-6. They're bringing Budda Baker and Kyler Murray back. I couldn't have been more wrong about the Arizona Cardinals, with the exception of their record, which is what I assumed they would be based on everything else that they've put out there between, February and August.
You can see, like, go back to, let's say the Urban Meyer year in Jacksonville. And there was a lot of other things going on there, obviously. But you would watch their games and you would go, oh, my God, this is awful.
Right.
Like, this is unwatchable. They were horrible on offense. It didn't look like guys always were playing hard. You watch the Cardinals, and even though they're 1-6, every game you're like, they're in this.
No doubt.
They've got a shot here.
Dobbs has been fun to watch. He's good. He's good.
Him and Petzing were together in Cleveland. They had a really good relationship. That's part of why they made the trade. They just, Colt McCoy didn't have a very good camp. Clayton Tune, maybe he's a guy down the line. He's just not ready at this point. So it was, okay, let's go out and get a guy who at least knows the system, can plug and play quickly. Dobbs is like one of the best dudes in the NFL, too. So everybody immediately kind of rallies around him. And, they got a few veterans on that team. They got their challenges. Zach Ertz just went on IR. James Conner's on IR. But week in, week out, you watch them, and you don't know the names on the back of the jerseys, but you watch the team, and you go, like, these guys are at least giving it their all here.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.